Hello again, Tanya here. So just in case you don't know or you haven't been here before, so this video is only going to be pretty short. It's mainly about a comment I made on the last one, as far as talking to you in YouTube land, that you are my only friends. So let's clarify that. I get on really well with people, and I have people I meet every day. I have fantastic neighbours. And sorry, I was just checking for a noise. But what I was talking about when I said you are my only friends was deep relationships with people that you can confide in them, like how you're feeling and so forth. So that's usually considered like a best friend where, you can talk without judgment or whatever. Generally, with, other people that you get on well with or whatever, you don't bring up the really personal stuff. I'll just slip these on because it's very glary. And sadly, in one of my first videos, you will see that when I had my strokes, I was actually with a friend, and she was in palliative care and only had hours to live. And she was a really close, deep friend, and we'd been through some really, really difficult times together, and we supported each other. And we could talk about anything without fear of judgment, should we say. Now, I also have a great family, but there's my choice. The heavy things that, burden you, I choose not to discuss with them because life is already difficult. I have a daughter that's a single mum with a 12-year-old boy who's amazing, and I'm going to see him play basketball tonight. And then I have brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and all that stuff. But life just, with kids and just working and whatever, is not easy for anybody. And I don't like to put that burden on them. I like our relationship to be more... Sorry, there's a tram coming. Hopefully you won't pick it up too much. There we go. Anyway, so, I prefer it to be more family orientated and talking about the good things and birthdays and Christmas, or, how things are going with my nieces and nephews, that sort of thing. Or with my mum, just, she's 93. So I try to talk with the family more on a lighter side. I did have another friend that was a very long and deep relationship, but she has moved to another part of the state, and I just had to make a call on life choices, really, for my own self-security. And she's going through some stuff, and same thing, doesn't, contact or whatever, and that doesn't make her a bad person or anything. It just makes it that she's going through a rough time and she's trying to deal with it herself. It's difficult when you have a friend like that and you worry about them and you want to be there for them, but at the same time you have to protect your own environment and peace. So over the years, I've had other deep friendships. Sadly, these people have passed on as well. So when I said that you are my only friends, it was about, and I've told you before, how much I'm loving doing this channel and how much fun I'm having doing it. So the comment was actually that I've been pretty raw on here, and I'm talking to a camera. But when I'm talking to the camera, I'm actually looking at the camera like it's one of my deep friendships. So, I'm sorry guys, but I'm using you as my deep and personal friends, and I hope you don't mind, and that's the way it is. So that's a little explanation on that. and I hope you're all doing well, my friends. There was another thing that I noticed, and again, because I'm doing minimal editing due to the site, and I have a young friend that's helping me, and we're trying to keep that to a minimum because he's learning as he's going, and we're just doing it that way. But I did notice, all right, that I was moving my tongue around in my mouth a lot. All right, so two things with that. I gave up smoking some time ago. It's a difficult slog. It's a difficult slog. All right. So, in the process, I've used patches, I've done this, and I meditate and all sorts of stuff. I've had hypnotism, whatever. I smoked for best part of 48 or 49 years. So I started smoking at home when I was 12. And I'm 61 now. And it's been about, I don't know, I've been trying for years, for the last 4 years. Sorry. And it's been the last year that I've been really serious about it. But I haven't got past taking, and I'd love to show it to you, so just hang on a minute, I'll be back. Okay, so back again. So as I was saying, I've tried, numerous things, given up smoking, and I've done really well. I used to eat like 2 packs a day back in the day, and now, like every now and then I do have one. What I mainly do, all right, as far as how far I've gotten down, is use these, and I don't know whether you can see them, but they're like 2 milligram nicotine, and I'll show you. So they're like a bit bigger than a Tic Tac. Oh, sorry, whoopsie. So they're a bit bigger than a Tic Tac, and I put them in my mouth, either in my cheek or in my gum line, up the top or up the bottom. And the thing is with them, once it's been there for a while, it seems to stop absorbing. So I move it around with my tongue, and I'll show you. Right, I'll put it down. There, it's a bit big for that side now. But round to my cheek, up there, and I'll use my tongue to do that. So I have to apologise for that in the last video, because I did have the remnants of one in my mouth, and I was moving it around, trying to suck the last little bit of nicotine out of that tablet. So if you ever notice that, you will see. One thing I did notice though is that because I've been on this low milligram for so long, trying to just stop, and I will master it, don't you worry. I've mastered a lot worse things in my life, like this channel. I have noticed that I'm actually getting a habit of rolling my tongue around my mouth, and I'm doing it now, pushing my lip forward, from having these in my mouth. And the other part of it is the licking of the lips. So with these, actually, with the ones that I started with, were much bigger, and they were like a big triple X mint, but they were nicotine. And with those, it wasn't so bad because, they weren't tiny like this where they slip everywhere. Anyway, getting back to the story, all right? So with those, I had to be careful all the time because they're very chalky, because they used to build up white chalk around the side of my mouth, and I wouldn't know it, and I'd be talking to somebody and it looked like I had rabies, frothing from the mouth. But I wasn't. It was the nicotine lozenge. So the licking of the lips is because of the nicotine gets on your lips and stuff like that, and that's what was happening in the last video. So, as I said, we are trying not to cut out stuff just because it's, not supposed to be there. We're just showing things as they roll. So that's the explanation for that. Now, what else was I going to talk about? 29 here today, and I've been trying to learn Fahrenheit, and so that people that don't use Celsius and watch this have a better idea of the temperatures. So 29 Celsius, from what I seen, was about 84 something, 84.2 or something Fahrenheit. So it's not too bad today, but it did say feels like 32. Now, I don't know where these weather people get feels like from, because when you're hot, you're hot. I don't know. For me, I like the heat, but if I was really hot, I still couldn't tell you what temperature it was just by gauging my body. So, but I suppose they're professionals. So there you have it. That's why I was licking my lips and moving my tongue around in my mouth. And I'll do it now. That's that. That's the explanation for that. And the explanation for you are my only friends. Well, I have friends and acquaintances that are all lovely, but they're not people that I would talk deeply with about certain things. And I've become accustomed to doing it with you guys. So guess what? You are my only deep friends. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Oh, did I tell you I've got my grandson? I've got my grandson for the weekend, which is fabulous. He's 12 and he's doing so well. He goes to high school next year and I'm so proud of him. I'm very proud of his mum. She's a single mum and she just does such an amazing job. So I'm off to watch him for the first time playing basketball. It's been a bit difficult. The few times that I've gone to go prior, medical appointments have come up and this and that. And where he plays basketball, they live an hour away from me at least. And then he plays basketball a bit further away from that. So trying to match up times has been hard. But as I'm having him for the weekend, we're going out there to collect him, but take him to basketball first. I get to watch his game. And then we're taking his mum with us, and then we drop her off at home because she has to work tonight, and he's coming back with me for the weekend. So I think you should be expecting a funny video, because he's come up with something and I come up with something that we wanted to do together, just something silly, and you may very well see it. So we'll see. Anyway, lovely to see you all again. I would love it if you subscribed, even though I'm enjoying this amazingly. It would be lovely to see a little bit of growth. I didn't expect having the 39 subscribers I've got from other parts, but it's been a lovely journey so far. I'm going to keep it going. So if you find it mildly laughable or entertaining, or you're interested in other people's lives, I would love if you could subscribe. And if you just enjoyed it but aren't interested in subscribing, please like. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.